So in the last video, we actually code this bottom up approach, right? If you've seen the explanation, right, whatever I explained, if you've seen the explanation of video, we are actually just using to calculate the current one, we're actually using the previous and previous to previous, right? To calculating this, we are actually using this or this. To calculating this, we are using this or this. So we can make this code more efficient, more memory efficient. By being memory efficient, so right now we have took the memory as what are the length plus 1. That particular memory we have utilized, right? But we actually need the last two elements as well, only the last two elements. So what if into this code we actually remove this array, memory array, and just take 2 pointers that will just hold the last two values. So that's how you will make the memory as constant. Memory utilization is constant and not the length of the array. So right now it's order of n, right? But you can make it order of 1. That is constant by using just 2 pointers and avoid the array. How to use just 2 pointers? So we'll just have the previous and previous to previous 2 pointers, and that you can use. How you can do that? So same function anti-rob, right? It will have the array, num array, right? What you can do? Same condition. First condition, if your num dot length is 0, right, then you need to return 0. This is the base condition. Now I'll have, instead of taking the array, we can take 2 pointers. That is the previous one, we can initialize with 0, and previous 2, we can initialize this as 0. Now we'll run the loop, right? So we'll run from start to end. So this is the shortcut. You can write it from taking a variables, right? From I equals to 0, then I less than equals to length, I plus plus. This is the shortcut of this. Don't confuse this loop. So you can have a temp variable that will store the result of this previous one, because you need to include this or not, right? This is your choice. Your previous now can become previous one equals to your max of, right? The same thing, max of either previous 2 plus num, right? This num, the current element. You have two choices. If you included this num, then you can have the previous to previous 2, or if you have not included this, then you have just one choice, that is the previous one. So now you will have like 2 choices to get the previous one, right? That is actually, if you have not included, then the previous one, we stored this, right, so that you don't lose this number. If you included this, the current element, then you have the previous 2, and your previous 2 will become the previous one. So that is actually the time, because here you change the value of previous one, right? That's why we stored the value of previous one near the time. So here it will be time. So this is your for loop, and you just need to return the previous one. So this is not actually a rocket science. In the bottom of code, right, in the large bottom of code, this only, we actually just remove the array that is of the n length, and we included 2 pointers, So actually we save the memory by making it constant. So we just, instead of that whole array, we actually just use the 2 pointers, and then we actually storing the values into the 2 pointers. So we'll code this as well, right? There's the just the efficiency, space efficiency.